Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Felix. I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online TOEFL course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBt. And let's take a look at your question. So you say, hi Michael, I sent an email to ETS official TOEFL IBt. I asked them a question. Can I write more than 350 words in an integrated writing task? As you know, the optimal and effective response of integrated writing task is always between 150 and 225 words. I asked them to make sure it is clear for me to write and score high in the TOEFL test. Here's the email from ETS. I will note it in the red line from my message to ETS and the blue line for the responses to my message. You say, and Michael, after you read the whole passage from ETS, please give me the advice whether I can write as complete as I can or just break off the unimportant details from the lecture. Because what makes my writing exceed 250 words is the information that I get, and I always write all of them. You say all of them, I would say all of it, because it refers back to information. Information is an uncount noun. All right, let's take a look at the message that you sent ETS. You say, I'm here to ask a question about the integrated writing task from the TOEFL IBt. First of all, I just want to know whether the ETS allows students to write more than 350 words on the integrated writing task, since the integrated writing has the effective responses of 150 to 225 words. That's all I need to know. Thank you. Warm regards, Felix. Okay, Felix, so then they say to you, please be advised the integrated writing task does not have word limitations. This section is designed to determine whether a test taker is successfully selecting the important information from the lecture and coherently and accurately presents this information in relation to, you might want to underline this, the relevant information presented in the reading. The response needs to be well organized. Raters are seeking an explanation that does not result in inaccurate or imprecise presentation of content or connection of ideas. So then, it says here, additional information regarding the scoring of the integrated writing measure can be located at. Now, they actually sent you the wrong link here, Felix. They're sending you to the independent writing rubrics link, which is not what you want, right? We'll take a look at this in just a minute. So to go back to your question is, if you're writing 350 words, I mean, you got to be realistic here. You got 20 minutes to complete this response. If you're 350 or 250 words, I don't think it's a big problem as long as you're doing what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to take the main points in the reading and show how these points are related to the main points in the lecture. As long as you accomplish that task, you should be okay. So you can relax a little bit. So if your writing response is longer than, say, 250 words, I don't think it's going to be a big problem. So let's take a look at the IBT integrated writing rubrics for the TOEFL IBt. So your goal is, you're looking, Felix, right now, scoring between 4 and 5, right? So you want to get between 25 and 30 points, I think, on the TOEFL IBt writing and the independent writing, of course. But here, number 5 says this: if you get a perfect score, a response at this level successfully selects the important information from the lecture and coherently and accurately presents this information in relation to the relevant information presented in the reading. It looks like they pretty much copied and pasted from that rubric. But here's some additional information. The response is well organized, and occasional errors that are presented do not result in inaccurate or imprecise presentation of content or connections. It doesn't say anything about saying too much here, or giving too much information. It's saying that you want to make sure you make the important connections between the reading and the lecture, your response is well organized, and you don't have any inaccurate or imprecise presentation of content. As long as you can fulfill those requirements, you will, Felix, get a high score on this integrated writing task. All right, so, and also because in most cases the information in the lecture is different or contradicts the information in the reading, you want to use what's called a compare and contrast type organizational pattern. My own suggestion is your introduction kind of sets up the purpose of the reading and the lecture, and then when you get to the next paragraph, you discuss reading point 1 along with listening counterpoint number 1. In the next paragraph, you have reading point 2 along with listening counterpoint 2. And then in the final paragraph, you have reading point 3 along with listening counterpoint 3. As long as you do it similar to that, and you've included the important information from both the reading and the lecture, you should be fine. So whether your response is 225 or 325 words, as long as you make those required connections, you should score high on this integrated writing task. All right? Thank you.